Welcome to Future Patch Fridays, where I tell you what's going on without trying to drag it out for 10 minutes. We'll get into the reworks soon, but first some quick item changes. The general goal is to nerf Armor Pen because they're shifting tank power away from health and into armor. They don't want to waste that with Marksman ignoring so much of it. Bork is getting a small nerf, Bloodthirst and Hydra are getting small buffs. Hydra's already pretty pub stompy, so look for it to snowball some top lanes in your silver games. They're lowering the cost of Infinity Edge, which should help crit carries in the mid game, because nothing promotes this game like a Jinx montage. Here's something interesting, they're testing two major changes to Randuin's. The first is the mini Thornmail component added to the build path. It's only really strong in low elos where tanks are actually allowed to 1v1 marksman with no one else around. So like 70% of games, rest in peace Callista. The other change being tested is buffing the crit reduction to 20% because two more items changes. Starix is being changed to bonus health, so it'll be weaker as an early item as a single health item. And Death Dance is being changed to 30% damage reduction because Graves clearly has the balance team stuck in his smokescreen. Onto the champions, first is Sejuani. They're taking a lot of power out of her ult and using it to make her kit more versatile. Her new ult creates a slow field now, which allows the team to catch up. Once in combat, their attacks create frost stacks. When they max out, she can stun them. This is similar to the way Braum works, which means of course, she's going to be really strong when paired with him. She'll also have a way to gain resistances and slow immunity, which is up from the slow resistance she had before. If you ever felt helpless from a Master Yi running to cut you down, you'll have an idea of what it feels like to have Sejuani running to freeze you up. We're probably facing a nerf to the all-around, all-purpose Maokai we have now. Saplings are going to be stronger in bushes because of memes. His passive will only work in his spells and spells that hit him, though this should mean that those spells will proc it faster. As always, rest in peace Karthus. Maokai won't get sustained from spammable spells being used on minions, which means it should be easier to trade with him in lane. His ultimate is now this really slow moving horror movie root. If he keeps the root on his W as well, he might become a broken jungler with those ganks. Zac is the weird one. His Q is going to let him slam enemies together with his auto attacks, and his ultimate will allow him to kidnap multiple champions and move them with him in a direction, which I'm sure will be the source of many YouTube videos in the future. Rift Herald is getting a makeover as well as a change in effect. Now while you hold the buff, it's an item which lets you recall faster. When you use it however, it summons the Herald in the lane to be a split pusher for your team. Finally, the support items are getting buffed. After generating enough gold, you get a special effect. An extra skill point for coin seems weak since you just maxed out at 17 instead, but having a level 3 ult at 15 might be strong. A free passive from Relic Shield, which sounds useful, or movement speed on hit from Spell Thieves because Sona, Zyra, and Brand weren't irritating enough. That's it for this week. I hope you enjoyed this quick run through of all the big changes that are happening.